Hi, and welcome to this video guide on GRC Pool. In this guide, we are going to check in on our last installation of setting up the pool and our Boink client and get our earned rewards into our Gridcoin wallet. So we'll be installing the Gridcoin wallet in its very basic setup. We're not going to be covering security or any other advanced features. It has been about 24 hours since we set up our GRC Pool account and linked it to our Boink client and started crunching on some tasks. So let's check in on those and see what's happening on the website. Let's go to our main account page. We now have a magnitude and some estimated earnings, as well as an amount owed up here in the top right hand corner. Let's go into our hosts page. We see our host that we set up yesterday, and it's got the Amical numbers TN grid still. It's showing how the magnitude is currently being calculated. And we have a 4.2 and a 205, which gives us a 6.25 total magnitude. And based on the estimated daily GRC for today, our estimated income is 1.875. Of course, magnitude is based on 30-day average, so we should see quite a bit of growth on this number as we continue to crunch more tasks. And we'll check in again on that number in a few days. If we click the amount owed in the top right corner, it will show us how the amount owed is being calculated, our average credits, magnitude again, and how much that magnitude has generated on the owed. How these calculations are created is during the day when the pool clients stake and earn their proof of research awards. Those awards are then divided up among all the hosts that are attached based on their magnitude. Let's check back on this in a couple more days and see where we are. It has been about 4 days now since we originally set up our GRC Pool account and started crunching on our Boink projects. Let's check in and see how they are doing. So I'm going to go to the account main page, and we can see that we have got a little bit more magnitude. It's increasing. If we look at the chart below, we can see we have somewhat linear growth. We should expect this kind of growth for a little while since magnitude is based on a 30-day average. So let's go to www.gridcoin.us, and from here we're going to scroll down to our Gridcoin downloads, and I'm going to select Windows, and this will take just a moment to download. Our download is complete. Let's execute the MSI. And we're going to go through the setup wizard here, picking our defaults. And it's finished, so we're going to do close. And under our start menu, we'll probably find our executable. And we're going to allow access through the firewall, so the Gridcoin can communicate with the network. And it'll take just another moment for Gridcoin to start up. Now Gridcoin's finally open, and it's asking us for an email address. If you're strictly doing pool research, you do not need to enter in your email address because you'll be doing investor mode only. If you want to eventually get into solo research, you can enter in your email address, or you can eventually do that later. So since this is just going to be an investor mode only, and we're doing a quick setup here just to get our coins off the pool, I'm going to do cancel. And then it tells me about adding my email address in the future. I'm going to do OK. And since this is a new install, we can see our block count is very low. We're in the 900,000s at the time of this video. So this could take a very long time to synchronize. So instead of waiting, I'm going to go up here to rebuild and do download blocks. And then this will cause Gridcoin to close and open up this maintenance window in which the block file will be downloaded, and it'll be much closer to our synchronization point. We are at 99.99%. There's often questions about why it sits at 99.99% and doesn't seem to complete. This requires just a lot of patience at this point. Let it do its thing, and it should eventually come back. Now we are at 100%, and that took 12 minutes to be able to finish, even though it says not responding up here. We're going to let it run. We should see this window close and Gridcoin reopen, and we should be much closer to our synchronization point. Now our Gridcoin is opened back up, and you can see we are at blocks 850 something thousand, and they're starting to go up. Let this synchronize the rest of the way. So while this synchronizes, we're going to get our GRC address, and I'm going to click on Received Coins, and this is our GRC address for incoming coins into this wallet. I'm going to copy that address, go back to the pool account page, go under my main account page, and down here under earnings, it shows GRC address. There is none, so we're going to set my address. I'm going to paste that GRC address back in here, and then I also have to use my password in order to set that, and push the button, and it tells me that the GRC address is updated. So if I go back to my account page, we should see a payout at the next payout window. At this time of the video, we're doing one payout per day, and it's at about 4:20 GMT time, which would be 12:20 Eastern time. So let's check back in after the payout and see if our Gridcoin client is synchronized and we've received our 13 Gridcoin. Been a few hours now since we set up our Gridcoin payout address. The payout should have occurred a couple of hours ago. If we look at our Gridcoin client here, we can see that it has come in. Now we've got the green check mark here, so we're synchronized, and we see our 13 GRC. So our wallet looks like it's good and running. We're in investor mode, which is correct for using the pool. You will not see a magnitude or CPID listed here if you're just running pool, because the pool is taking care of your magnitude and your CPID and obviously doing all the proof of research awards and sending them to you. So if we go back to our pool account page, and I'm going to refresh this, and we can see that our owed has dropped to 0. Our total earnings paid out is 13. And if we drill into this, we can click on the arrow and we see one payout that we received just a couple hours ago, and we have the transaction that will link to the Block Explorer. At this point, we would just let this run and see what kind of magnitude you can get, and of course you can add and remove projects and see what kind of results you can achieve. Our next video is going to be moving our pool account into solo mode. We'll go over that process, and thanks for watching.